What's up, everybody? My name is Evan Thompson, and today we're going to be talking about what faith looks like according to the God of the Bible. You know, when God gives us a promise, and when God gives us an absolute word on something, it's supposed to give us life. It's supposed to bring us joy. It's supposed to bring us security. It's supposed to bring us peace. But oftentimes, due to the fact that we have to wait for God's word to come to pass, we can get distracted by everything that's going on around us. We can get distracted by the journey that it takes to get there. We can be distracted by other things, even to trust in ourselves, because we don't see God's word coming into fruition at a certain time period in our lives. This is going to be a long video. It's going to have two parts, but the Apostle Paul went through the same thing with 276 people on a boat. This is Acts chapter 27, 13 through 44. When a gentle wind began to blow, they saw their opportunity. So they weighed an anchor and sailed along the shore of Crete. Before very long, a wind of the hurricane force, called the Northern Eastern, swept down from the island. The ship was caught by the storm and could not head into the wind. So we gave way to it and were driven along. As we passed to the lee of a small island called Cauda, we were hardly able to make the lifeboat secure. So when the men hoisted it aboard, then they passed ropes under the ship itself to hold it together, because they were afraid they would run aground on the sandbars of Syrtis. They lowered the sea anchor and let the ship be driven along. We took such a violent battering from the storm that the next day they began to throw the cargo overboard. On the third day, they threw the ship's tackle overboard with their own hands. When neither the sun nor stars appeared for many days and the storm continued raging, we finally gave up all hope of being saved. After they had gone a long time without food, Paul stood up before them and said, "Men, you should have taken my advice not to sail from Crete. Then you would have not spared your lives this damage and lost. But now I urge you to keep your courage, because none of you will be lost. Only the ship will be destroyed. Last night, an angel of God to whom I belong and whom I serve stood beside me and said, 'Do not be afraid, Paul. You must stand trial before Caesar, and God has graciously given you the lives of all who sail with you. So keep up your courage, men, for I have faith in God that it will happen just as he told me.'"